Greetings family, greetings. My name is June Allen from juneallen.net, and I teach people how to heal from the impact of racism through personal empowerment and 12-step recovery. Now, I've been working with my business mentor for, it must be getting on for about 2 years now, and it's been an amazing experience. It's been a really amazing experience. But today I wanted to document and share with you how my content creation process has changed since I've been working with her, because it's very, very different. I took a look back and thought about, the first product that I created and to the products that I'm doing now, and how working with my mentor has actually enhanced that process. Now, if you don't know already, my business mentor is called LaShonda Henry. She's based in the States. I live in London. The first product that I created when I worked with LaShonda was called Reclaim Your Blackness, or How I Reclaim My Blackness from Self-Hate to Self-Love. And in a nutshell, what that is, it was an opportunity for me to share my story about the journey that I've been on, the healing journey. I've been in recovery from relationship addiction, codependency, all that kind of stuff since 2010. I understood that as Black women, we do carry a lot of self-hate. We carry a lot of shame. We carry a lot of things that stop us from stepping inside our greatness. I was so used to seeing the external aspect of racism, people dealing with racism by trying to build businesses in terms of, using economic empowerment as a way out of the system, as a way to heal from racism. I saw other people kind of trying to deny who they were, if they think, well, if I avoid the whole thing around being Black, then, it won't impact me. But what I learned on my journey that was important for me to share with the world, and what was missing, was the internalized stuff. How do you deal with that? How do you deal with the emotions? How do you deal with the anger? How do you deal with the shame? What do you do with it? Because those things are not going to change just because you run a business. They're going to impact the way that you run your business. But what do you do with it? How do you do, even acknowledging it, what do you do with it when you realize that you have it? What do you do with those things? So working with LaShonda was great, because what she did was she helped me to take the process out of my head and actually onto paper, onto video, into audio, into a product that I could actually share with the world. And that was the first time I'd ever done that. So yeah, when I got the first product out to market and everything, it was really exciting. But I was just really, I was just blown away by the idea that I could actually do this, because I was, I didn't think anybody would be interested in it. But LaShonda really does she really opens you up to thinking about how you can monetize what you already know. That's the main thing that I learned from creating the first product. If you're interested in finding out more about that product, you can go to reclaim.juneallen.net. The second product that I created with LaShonda was for wounded daughters that had been in very difficult, challenging relationships with their mothers. And the title of it is called I'm Scared of Becoming My Mother. And this particular training was quite scary for me, because working with LaShonda, she kind of coaxed me into being a lot more visible. There was a time, when I first started working with her, I didn't want to do video. I was like, oh no, I can't do video, I don't want to do video. But now, just from doing this product, I felt more confident about being visible. I felt more confident about doing, I felt more confident about doing Facebook Live. And I used, as one of her trainings called, I think it's called Pro Webinars. And, that particular training led me on to do a 6-week mastermind. And the Pro Webinars training really helped me not just create the product, but to prepare myself for being more visible. I learned how to use the start meeting tools. I learned how to actually create the presentation. I actually did the presentations on video, but I wasn't personally on the video. So I learned how to create the PowerPoint presentations, and LaShonda's trainings had templates and all the little nuances and things that I might not have thought about if I was doing it on my own. Lashanda's training and the one-on-one sessions that I was having with her, she really helped me to make sure that the back end of the product was set up correctly and professionally. This intensive that I created, along with the 6-week mastermind that I did, it was a very intense time, and I learned so much about the importance of meeting the client where they are. Because what I learned from that experience is that the content and stuff was rich. There was a lot of stuff in there. There was a lot of knowledge that was put in there, and the people that did attend it said it was, it was really great. However, what I learned from that experience and from working with Lashanda is that it really is important to meet your clients where they are. The trainings that I created were more for people that were already, that had already gone through a process, either in therapy or in recovery, and that wanted to go to the next level. Those trainings were not necessarily specifically for people that were just starting their healing journey. And that was quite a revelation to me, because what I was beginning to learn is that creating products and creating content is not about what I think my clients need, because that isn't what is going to sell what I think my clients need. It's about meeting clients where they are and creating products that are going to support them where they are. If you're interested in finding out more about the I'm Scared of Becoming My Mother training, you can go to scared.juneallen.net. Okay, so now I'm going to talk to you about the training that I'm working on at the moment, and I have to say this is the most comfortable I felt creating content. There wasn't that anxiety around am I doing the right thing? Is the content okay? Is it good enough? Because what I've learned from the other ones about meeting clients where they are, taking my time, and just really thinking and being clear about the intention about what I'm doing it, and doing it from the client's perspective and not from my perspective. At one point, doing this training, creating it, I was really quite blocked, and I kept saying to the Shanda, it's just not clicking. I just can't. It's just not going in. I can't. It's just not working. It just wasn't working, and I was really quite frustrated. And the last session that we had together, I was talking about how frustrated I was, and I knew that I needed to just be very clear and defined about why are people going to buy this training, and I couldn't articulate it. And within 5 to 10 minutes, Lashanda was just throwing this stuff out, and I was like, oh my God, thank you, God. Thank you, God, for Lashanda. I'm glad someone knows what they're doing. So it was just, even down to the title of the product. The title of the product was able to help the client to understand, is this me? Can my client see herself in that product? She has a way of being able to tease it out of you and to define it and nail it. And give you the keywords, the power words, the pain points, all of those things. She helps you tease out all of those things in order to create the appropriate marketing tools, the marketing strategies, the copy that's going to help you connect with your audience in a much more deeper way. Another thing that I loved about working with Lashanda around this experience was because she created some templates. I was trying to basically put the document together to try and get it to flow and all the rest of it. And just like that, she just, I got an email saying, oh, here's some templates. And I was like, yay! I bought the templates, and you literally cut and paste your text into the document, save as PDF, done. She even gave you options for graphics. And as an entrepreneur targeting Black women, she also created some products that were specifically around stock photos with Black women in it doing different things. It just makes the content creation process so much easier. so much more flawless. And then with having the one-on-ones and helping you to kind of drop in what she's thinking around this stuff, you know, it makes the process of creating the content so much less stressful. Now, this 5-day reset experience that I'm working on at the moment has been a very powerful exercise in what it means to be clear about what it means to be a sacred sister. And working with Lashonda is sacred sisterhood. It's sacred sisterhood because she's very supportive and she's very knowledgeable. She's so down to earth and she really is there to serve. You really feel like that. You know that you're going to get the support that you need. You know that she's going to come up with the goods. You know that she's going to come up with the solutions and the ideas and the copy and all the rest of it. She's always got a training about anything. Whenever I go to her, Lashonda, I need help. Oh, I've got this training. Oh, you can do this. Oh, she's always got tools. She's got so much experience. And when we're talking specifically around content creation, there's a great sequence of events that she goes through that is so key to creating the product. And you know, she doesn't just teach you how to create the product, but she teaches you how to set up the back end. The back end has to be solid, you know, be it, you know, your marketing emails. You know, in this recent one, she not only showed me how to actually create the product itself, but she also said to me that I need to set up a sequence of emails behind that product, which are going to remind the clients that buy it, you know, have you done this task? Have you done that task? And to check in with them, build that relationship with the clients. Not just, you know, it's not just like buy as soon as they've bought the product. She's all about teaching you how to keep the engagement with the client so that it builds a relationship. It's about relationship. It's not about products. It's about, you know, yes, you've got to have a good product, but what's behind the product and what's going on in the back end is just as important as the product itself. And that's what I've learned about Lashonda. That's what I've learned from Lashonda. She also serves her community with humour, with integrity. And she's very clear on building that sense of community. She loves what she does. And that really comes across that she loves what she does. I would say in the last few months, I've had more people asking me, who's my business mentor? Somebody made a comment before about, you know, they've noticed how much my website and stuff has changed for the better since I've been working with Lashonda. They've noticed that the way that I write copy, the way that I market myself, the way that the products look, the way that I talk, the way that I share my content. They say that all of that has changed since I've been working with Lashonda. Even in making this video is very different to what I would have done before. The way that I sell and tell, as in, you know, as I'm sharing something, I might share a bit of content or whatever, and if it's related to a product, then I'll share the product as well. I'll share the website, the URL address for the product. That is a technique that Lashonda taught me. Don't just share the content and then, you know, slap on the end of it the website, the website address to go and buy it. Teach and sell at the same time, so it doesn't feel like some sort of sleazy sales call. And I learned that from Lashonda. That's how I got attracted to how she was selling, because I didn't feel like I was being sold to when I saw her on Periscope. It didn't feel like I was being sold to. And I thought, if I can learn to serve people like that without any sort of sleazy sales talk, then definitely I want to learn how to do that. If you want to find out more details about some of the trainings and stuff that I've engaged, that I've done with Lashonda, you can go to sistersense.juneallen.net, where I've created a free PDF guide. Lashonda taught me how to do that. And it's got all the information about there. It talks a bit more detail about how I met her and how to get into the mastermind. There's some offers and stuff in there as well to get into the mastermind. So have a look. If you do decide to work with Lashonda, I promise you, you will not be disappointed. You so will not be disappointed. Anyway, I hope that was useful, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.